Baller. Be all you are. You're probably, if you're watching, if you're listening to these videos, you're probably wondering the same thing. What does this have to do with natural lifting? I mean, this guy hasn't spoke about lifting weights. What's the purpose? How does this correlate to natural gains in the gym? Well, it's simple. Are you lifting weights? I don't think you are. I think you're lifting all the adversity, all the ups and downs you've gone through, all of that which leads to success, sweat equity. And right now, the industry has become convoluted with a bunch of people that are all trying to tell you some scientific way how to get it done. You need to move, here's how the shoulder rotator cuff and AC joint work in conjunction with the pectoral, the pec major and minor. This is how you correctly do a fly. This is how you do this the right way. Well, you know what? If you do anything slow enough, it becomes the right way. I want to say that one more time. If you do anything slow enough and over time, it becomes the right way. But you have a bunch of people that have made a living off of a physique that they built on a deck of cards that are all trying to tell you the same thing, how to achieve something that they've never achieved. And in order to do this, you have to go into the gym with a certain mindset. Before you think about entering a gym, before you think about lifting a weight, you have to understand, what are you doing it for? Are you doing it so that you can feel better about yourself? Because newsflash, it'll never happen. You know what'll happen? You'll get further and further and further and further into that mirror. And that mirror will do what? Lie to you every time. It'll lie to you because it'll never be enough. And then you know what'll happen? You'll become a junkie for adulation. Because you'll never, ever, ever look in the mirror and say, great, I'm satisfied. So what does it take? One thing you can be satisfied with is sweat equity. One thing you can be excited about is when you get done with a great workout, how you feel. Embrace the struggle, embrace that pain you feel, because you did it. You pushed yourself just a little bit further. Just a little bit further than you did yesterday. But again, you got a bunch of fake natties or people who used to take anabolics trying to tell you how to climb a mountain that they've never climbed. Trying to tell you what it takes by trying to turn working out effort into something scientific. You know what? Belief in yourself was never meant to be quantified, but only expressed and understood in that very moment. You see, it's science it's undiscovered until it's a scientific breakthrough. And in order to have scientific breakthroughs, you have to think outside of the box. You have to think differently than everybody before you. You have to ignore men over the ages of 30. Stop listening to this idea that your testosterone is reached some point. It's lowering. You know why it's lowering? Because everything that you do to push yourself in life has lowered. Everything that you should be doing to challenge yourself, there's no more fear in life. There's no more to overcome. You are complacent. So what need does that body have for high testosterone? You haven't challenged that body in years. And then you go to a doctor and they tell you have low T. Testosterone is a response to your environment. I don't care what any of these guys say. It is a response to your environment. Let's elaborate. I read about a study about athletes, and what they found is the athletes that tended to excel tended to have rises in testosterone, whereas the athletes that chose to submit, the betas, they saw a dip in testosterone. It means that literally your testosterone responds to what? Stimuli, things you do. And if you don't do anything, how in the hell can it respond to nothing? But you want to walk around saying, I have low testosterone. You haven't done anything. You haven't challenged yourself. And then you'll justify that, well, I'm this age. And then all of a sudden you get a jolt of something, right? Because what are hormones? Let's break it down. Instructions. Replace the word hormone with instructions. No different than replacing the word tax with a fee. And now say that every time. Your tabs, it's not a tax, it's a fee. I pay a fee to drive every year, right? Well, guess what? Hormones, information, instructions that tell your cells what to do. So the word androgen, as I said in previous videos, simply means man. So when you hear androgen receptor, male receptor, that male hormone that's primarily produced by the testicles and the adrenal glands, well, guess what? It seems to bind to those man receptors, making you more of a man. So in essence, when you start taking TRT or HRT, whatever the hell you want to refer to it as, you're going through a second puberty. And the benefits are great because what happens? It begins to personify your ego. Ego, Greek for what? Identity. So whatever you are, if you're a sarcastic person, you become more sarcastic. If you are an asshole, you become more of an asshole. And you enjoy every second of being that person. Because it gives you a false sense of bravado, false sense of confidence. Because the minute you start taking it, just like the placebo to Dumbo, placebos, again, people, they work. So you have to be careful where you place your belief. That's why stop taking your belief, externalizing it, and place it right back where it belongs, inside of you. So before you talk about lifting weights and before I get into what you should do in the gym, you need to have the right mentality. You need to anticipate going to the gym. You do that by creativity, by thinking of different ways to express yourself. But if you want to go to the gym and do the same things and your excuse is, I think I heard this in Rocky 3, I don't want to lose what I got. I don't want to lose what I got. Yeah, that's complacency. Because you're okay with whatever gains you have. You don't lose what you got. But you don't have that fire anymore because, again, you've traded your passion for glory. So you walk around, you put more energy into the outfits you wear when you go to the gym, and you do nothing. There's no sweat. You move some weight around. But you're so busy trying to get noticed that you don't even notice that, hey, you have no drip. There's no sweat. And that's the first thing that people want. People that lack patience. They want you to give them some workout plan. It is not the workout plan. It is the operation. It is the execution of the workout plan. And if you don't have the right mentality, if you don't wake up in the morning time anticipating the gym, you probably shouldn't go. Because you're going for the wrong reasons. You're not going to be more of what you brought to the gym. You've gone to the gym and you're searching for it. So what are you doing right now? You're staring in the mirror. What are you waiting on? I don't know, right? Maybe a whole nother life. Maybe in the next life when you're a butterfly and you can fly away. Maybe you're waiting, but you're not present in the gym. That's why you're staring at the mirror. You're staring. Waiting on what? Nothing and everything all in the same breath. You're just waiting for that right moment. You'll get them tomorrow because you traded your passion for glory a long time ago. And then when somebody comes in and they kill a workout, what's the first thing you do? You want to find some way to throw shade onto that. When realistically, what you should do is stop being a hater and be a congratulator. You should look at that person. So try this. Try going up to the gym, seeing somebody with an impressive physique, and just saying, hell yeah, that's awesome. How did you get it? And guess what? Some of the stuff will stick to the wall. Some of it won't. But learn to become a student of the game and always tell yourself this important thing. You don't have it all figured out. You don't. If you want to stay in your lane and go to the gym and do all the safe things you've been doing, the safe shit, the things that you can feel good about, and you feel good about it until the guy next to you has that eye of the tiger, right? He's sweating. And that's one of the things that always separates the natties from the fake natties and from the users, is there's no sweat. There's no sweat. And they'll be the first to tell you you don't have to reach muscle failure. And all I can do is simply laugh at that. Laugh. And no, you don't have to. Because you're going through a second puberty. Because you've resaturated a lot of your cells with what? This androgen. This hormone that tells your body to be more of what it is. A man. There was another study. 4 groups of people. I read about this about 13, 14 years ago. And the study went like 4 groups of people. First group, they gave workout, no testosterone. Second group, they gave testosterone but no workout. The third group, they gave testosterone and a workout. And the fourth group, I hope I'm not repeating myself, they gave a workout too. Well, let's think about the results here. And this goes out to any any fake natty, any real natty. This is dedicated to you. And this is despite what you hear from all these fake lifters that have never ever really put in the sweat equity. That'll tell you, well, you still have to lift weights to, no. So here it goes. The group that worked out and took no steroids gained an average of 4 pounds of muscle. The group that took no steroids and no workout, surprisingly enough, gained no muscle. The group that took steroids and worked out gained an average of 14 pounds of muscle. But hold on, there's one more group. You know that group that took steroids but didn't work out? They gained an average of 7 pounds of muscle. So you can miss me and you can miss us in this natty world with all that nonsense about you still have to work hard. Nonsense. Because you're going to put on muscle mass because you have fed your body information that says what? Synthesize more protein. There's nothing you can say to dispel that. You can lie. Listen, you can lie to other people, but you can only bullshit yourself. You can lie to other people and tell everybody else, no, I still have to work, blah, blah, blah. And every time you listen to a fake natty or a guy on, all they talk about are genetics. All they do is give you all the limits they had as a justification as to why they take it. And if you're in there killing it and you have some results, you know what they tell you? What do they tell you? Oh, it's just your genetics. You know what that is? It's not a compliment. What they're saying is, you're not doing anything that I'm not doing. But I am. You know what I'm doing? I'm sweating. I'm using you as my motivation. I'm using you, the trophy. Except, you know what I am? I'm showing you how to earn that trophy, not how to be a trophy. It comes with a mentality. And you have a lot of these fake natties that have made a living off of the vulnerability that people like you, or the people, hopefully some of the people listening, you just want it bad. You just want it. You just want to be great. Well, greatness is achieved by sweat equity. And greatness is achieved by basking in the sense of accomplishment. Instead of worrying about having a bigger chest, put that chest under hypertrophy training. Work that chest. Apply high levels of concentration and focus to that chest. And look at and once you see gains, once you see you're able to lift more, just know that, John Doe that can bench press 135 pounds, he's going to look different than the John Doe that can bench press 185 pounds. But allow the mystery of the gain to be just that, a mystery. Stop trying to force gains and just accept whatever happens. Accept fate. Accept it. And if you want it bad enough, be willing to do what the next person isn't willing to do. But more importantly, do yourself that important favor and remove the limits, the ideas, the titles. Remove them. Because all they've done is created the inability for you to move forward, to see any gains. Newsflash, people. If you're willing to put forth the output, you will see gains for as long as you're on this earth. And don't let anybody tell you any differently. If you are willing to light the flame, to have that Mamba mentality, to feel the same thing that your Michael Jordans of the world experience, that willingness to want to do whatever it takes, guess what? There'll be gains for you. What they are, enjoy the mystery behind it and see where it takes you. And when you stop measuring your arms and you just start killing it, you start focusing on your effort, your output. Did I kill my workout today? When you start to focus on that, you stop focusing on that mirror that you see in front of you, but the real mirror that you see from within, where it really matters, the guts. Trust me when I tell you. I heard Phil Jackson say this. You win from within. Baller. Be all you are.